Did you see this?
Nope.
I'm gonna read this off to you, and then I want to get your opinion on this while I go and pour a cup of coffee, and then I'll tell you what I think's going on here. But there's a report that LeBron he's a free agent after this year, and he's angling for a 3-year, 9-figure deal this offseason, which anyone that's getting the max money in the NBA, that's what's going to happen. You get the 9-figure deal. I'm sitting here looking at it like 3-year deal. The dude, what? Is he like 39 right now? LeBron? Let's see.
Oh, he's 40, wasn't he?
Let's see. LeBron is 39 years old. He won't be 40 until December 30th.
Okay.
So LeBron, 39. That means this dude's going to be playing till he's 42. That is kind of crazy. 3 more seasons. What is going on here? I mean, who in their right mind? I understand it's LeBron James, right? I understand whoever signs him, you're going to be. It's going to be the hype, all eyes on you. You're going to put butts in the seats and all that jazz. But 3 years, 9 figures. For those of you who don't know, 9 figures, we're talking over $100 million, right? Cricket, what do you think about this?
That's what I'm thinking, man. I feel like that's entirely. I mean, I don't know. It's LeBron James, and the fact he sells a lot of tickets, put a lot of tickets in those seats. But that feels like a lot of money to me for a guy that is aging. And we see LeBron still have big time games, but I don't know that LeBron is the type of player you pay that kind of money anymore. You got all the stuff with Bronny. You were pretty sure he wants to play with Bronny for a season or two right there. Expect to see Bronny leave USC after this year and go to the NBA draft, all that stuff. I'm sure that will have a lot to do with where he decides to play his final years there. But I mean, I feel like $3 million. I don't know. We've seen LeBron not necessarily falling off, but we totally see that he's obviously not the player he once was. I mean, anytime age happens, man, Father Time is undefeated. So it's hard for him to go out there night in and night out for the course of an 82-game season and put the time in to be able to play night in, night out on these back-to-backs on the road and all the different things going to an NBA season. I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of money, man. Feels like too much money to me.
Well, what's funny you say that is because lately LeBron's been carrying the Lakers. Like he's been leading in points. He's been getting like 28 or more.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's still LeBron. I just think that I feel like at that age, man, it's only natural to think that it's going to be impossible for him to make it through 82 games unscathed. I know he's still playing at a high level, and it's still LeBron James, still one of the GOATs right there. But to me, it just feels like that. I mean, that's a lot of money to tie up in a guy that you don't know if you're going to get the whole season out of him.
It feels like, can LeBron go out there for 3 more seasons? Yes, but it feels like if you're giving him that money, you're not a real contender. Like you don't think you're going to win a title. Like because I feel like it's tough to give max money to a guy that might not be out there the whole time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You give that much money to a guy that you may wind up missing for 20 to 25 games out of the regular season, and that could be a crucial 20, 25 game stretch that decides whether you get into the playoffs or not. And even then, we know how long the course of an NBA playoffs is. I mean, it's like a 6-week marathon there to get through that thing and win a championship. And, we've seen it with guys like Kawhi and all that stuff. Even them, when they're doing their load management throughout the year, I think load management hurts you more than it helps you because you see them get down to crunch time and have to play, 3 or 4 games in a 6-7 day period, and they wind up not being able to hold up.
Absolutely. And you talk about, so the first thing I thought of too was like you were saying, like, oh yeah, he wants to play with the Sun. So this makes sense. He's going to, not just do one season with the Sun. They're going to figure out where they're going to go, blah, blah, blah. But actually the mock drafts have removed his son from this year's draft, and they have him on the 2025 draft. So they don't think he's getting drafted this year. They think he's going to stay one more year at USC.
Yeah,
which we'll see a lot makes sense because he's not that good yet.
I mean, yeah, he does need a lot more. Well, I mean, you had the stuff with the cardiac arrest, and I'm sure that's got to be its own mental thing in itself, right there, coming back and being able to go balls to the wall. You got to have that to think about. But
that was a heart stopper, man.
It was, sir. But yeah, and on top of that USC team is not very good. They're not near as good as they thought they were going to be either. With him playing, I think they thought he would get a run in the tournament and be able to showcase his skills in the tournament.
They could just go and run past the Cougs like they're nothing, and the Cougs saying, "Nah, little boy, sit down."
See the Cougs, I think there's a lot more teams saying that to them this year than the Cougs. There's a lot of teams saying that. I see you ranked.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Also, so you shit the bed at Arizona State the other night. Y'all pissed me off. I didn't bet you. I should have bet against you. I don't know why I didn't.
We're not going to talk about that. Here's what I think is going on. So it's rumored that Vegas is going to get a basketball team, and the NBA is going to expand. And one of the cities they're going to expand to is Vegas. And there's rumors that LeBron is angling to be an owner. I don't know if it's a part owner, majority owner, whatever, but he's going to be an owner of that team. I think he's setting himself up here to whatever this contract's going to be, however he's going to pull it off. He's going to be, he wants to make sure that whenever that team is ready to go, he is not only an owner of it, but he's a player. So he could be a player owner out there. I think that's what he's angling to try to do.
That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not often, even players, even the insane salaries that they make, not often that a player has the financial backing to become an owner of a professional sports team.
Well, he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire now, and nowadays it's not one person buying these things. It's a group.
Yeah,
so you get
a collective. Yeah.
So you could own a 10% stake, and be an owner, right? So,
and then why wouldn't you want to play for that franchise if you're part owner? Because if you get out there on the court, those seats are filling up.
Also, that like instant value to your team, and
yeah. That's what I'm saying,
put the LeBron James brand on it.
Yeah, just with your name on it sells a lot of tickets.
Get to go down in history as a player owner, and just all that other stuff to add.
Has that ever happened? I guess that's never happened, right?
Did Jordan own the team? No, but he didn't play for the Hornets. So,
oh, wait a minute though. Didn't he own the Bobcats? He did play a little bit for the Bobcats, didn't he? Didn't he have a small? I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, and I'd have to look it up. But even if he did, it's a rare company. Not many people are doing that.
Yeah. You got to be one of the top 3 players of all time.
Yeah,
it sounds like.
Patriot says just go ahead and move to China, LeBum. I don't know, LeBron or LeBum, but either way, it works. He's not any good. He shouldn't even be getting drafted. He's going to go because of his pops. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's tough to live up to when your dad's one of the best basketball players of all time. It's real tough to live up to
that. Tough shoes to fill.
Just ask Michael Jordan Jr.,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Check for that guy. But yeah, I think he did too, Super James. I feel like I remember a few. They weren't even the Hornets, and they were still the Bobcats, the Charlotte Bobcats. So I feel like I do remember. I do remember him being in a Bobcats uniform a time or two. I feel like I'd remember that, but
he never owned the Wizards, right? Because I thought he played for the Wizards, but he never owned.
He played for the Wizards. I don't think he had stock in them or owned part of them. I know the Bobcats he owned a portion of. I think he was majority owner for a little while. Actually, they wound up buying him out a couple years ago. He still has stake in the team, but he's not the majority owner anymore. But I can't remember if I feel like he did that around the time that he was going down there to play, and I feel like he played a few games for him. I don't think I'd be probably for more of this what we're talking about, more like publicity stunt, just because you're going to get more fans in the stands.
A professional group or a professional crew here would have looked this up before we went live. So maybe that's what
you're right. Look at that. I forgot about
get on Barstool, but then again, Barstool. Look at you guys don't have anyone professional, so I mean we're just
you guys won't even show up to work, man. They play poker instead of